everyone, welcome to Edu Infinity. I am Ms. Suruchi Sawan. Today we will start with practice at 5.2 of chapter probability of maths part 1 of standard 10th Maharashtra board. So before starting with practice at 5.2, we will know some concepts, that is sample space. The set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called sample space. Just now we have done with the term outcomes, that is all possible results of a random experiment. For example, when a coin is tossed, there are only two possible outcomes, that is head or tails. Sample space is nothing but we have to write these outcomes in the form of curly bracket, which we used in the standard 9th of chapter 1 maths, that is sets. Sample space is denoted by S or omega, but in this whole chapter we have not used this sign of omega, so we will represent sample set by capital S. Each element of sample space is called sample point, means these outcomes heads and tails are called a sample point. The number of elements in the set S is denoted by ns, means if this is our sample space, the total number of outcomes our sample space contains is denoted by n of s. The total number of elements for these example of sample space, that is n of s, is equal to 2, because this sample space contains two possible outcomes or elements. If n of s is finite, then sample space is said to be finite sample space. Here the word finite means countable. Basically the statement explains that if we consist of a sample space containing elements and that n number of elements we can count, then the sample space is known as finite sample space. For example, as we took a sample space of a coin which consists of two elements, that is head and tails. So here the number of elements we can count, that is 1 and 2. So this sample space is known as finite sample space. And in this whole chapter, we have given with only finite sample space. Now we will start with practice at 5.2. For each of the following experiments, write sample space S and number of sample points ns. In first question, they have said that one coin and one die are thrown simultaneously. Now to understand this, we will take one coin and a die. So in the question, they have asked to make a sample space by throwing a coin and a die. So when we throw a coin and a die at the same time, so the total number of possibilities we get in the case of coin is 2, that is tails or a heads. But in case of coin, the total number of possibilities is 6, because by throwing a die, we get 6 different numbers from 1 to 6. So the total number of possibilities by throwing a die we get is 6. Now to write sample space of this question, for a coin, we will represent heads by H and tails by T. Now to write sample space when these both are thrown simultaneously, in case of coin, we have only two possibilities, that when a coin is thrown, we might get a heads or a tails. Suppose if we consider we got a heads on the upper face, then with that heads we might get the number 2 or number 1 or number 3, any of the 6 numbers on the die, because the number of possibilities a die consists is 6. So in case of coin, the another possibility we get is tails. So with this tails, on the upper face of the die, we might get the number 2, number 4, number 1, any of the 6 different numbers of the die. Now in the solution we will write, when one coin and one die are thrown simultaneously, therefore the sample space is S is equal to H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, all the 6 numbers with the heads, and T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, all the 6 numbers with the tails. Now in the question, they have also asked to write number of elements in the sample space, that is n of s. So in our sample space, total number of elements are 6 numbers with the heads and 6 numbers with the tails, that is 6 plus 6 is 12. Therefore we will write n of s, that is number of elements in the sample space, is 12. Next is 2-digit numbers are formed using digits 2, 3 and 5 without repeating a digit. Now we have to make 2-digit numbers by using this 3-digit. As we know, till 9 we have 1-digit numbers. After 9 we get with 2-digit numbers, that is 10, 11, so on till 99. But we have to make 2-digit numbers by using the digit 2, 3 and 5. That also without repeating a digit. Likewise, while making a 2-digit number by this given 3 digits, not a single digit should be repeated. For example, in the number 22, we are getting 2 times the number 2, and in the number 33, we are getting 2 times the number 3. And similarly, we can't make number 55 because their number 5 repeat 2 times. So by using these 3 digits, now we will make 2-digit numbers, that is, first we will take the number 2 and 3. that becomes 23. Then 2 and 5, we'll get 25. We can't take 22 because in that number 2 is repeated twice. And here repetition is not allowed. Similarly, now we will take the digit 3 and 2, which makes 32. Then we will take 3 and 5, which makes 35. Now similarly, we will take the digit 5 and 2, which makes 52, and 5 and 3, which makes 53. These two digit numbers we get by using the given digits without repetition of any of the single digit. Now in the solution we will write two digit numbers formed using 2, 3 and 5. We will represent it by making sample space by writing the elements in the curly bracket. 22, 25, 32, 35, 52, 53. Now for this sample space, total number of elements in the sample space are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, n of s is equal to 6. Now moving on with the next question, that is question number 2. The arrow is rotated and it stops randomly on the disk. Find out which color it may stop. Here we have provided with a disk which is divided into 6 parts, and on each part we have given 6 different colors. And we have also provided with an arrow which rotates on the disk. In the question we have given that firstly this arrow rotates on the disk and then it suddenly stops. We have to find that among the given colors on the disk, on which color the arrow will stop. Now here the arrow will stop on any one of the color, but to choose that one color we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities. That is, the arrow might stop on red, on purple, or on green, or on blue, or on yellow color, or on orange color. We can't predict that on exactly which color it will stop. We can just know about the possibilities. So in the solution we will write, there are 6 colors on the disk. The arrow can stop on any of the colors. Therefore, sample space will contain elements in the curly bracket as red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple. And total number of elements in the sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Therefore, n of s is equal to 6. Moving on with the next question. In the month of March 2019, find the days on which the date is multiple of 5. Here we have given with the calendar of 2019 of month March. Now here we have to find that on which day, that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the date comes in the table of 5. Now here 5 comes in the table of 5 as 5 ones are 5. 10 is also a multiple of 5 as 5 twos are 10. 15 is also a multiple of 5. Similarly 20, 25 and 30. These numbers in the box are the multiple of 5. So now we will note down on which day this date comes. Like 5 comes on Tuesday, 10 comes on Sunday, 15 on Friday, 20 on Wednesday, 25 on Monday and 30 on Saturday. So in the solution we will write dates are multiple of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Therefore sample space is represented by writing elements in the curly bracket as Tuesday, Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday, Saturday. Therefore n of s we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in question number 4, we have to form a road safety committee of 2 from 2 boys given as B1, B2 and 2 girls represented as G1, G2. Complete the following activity to write the sample space. In the first part of the question, they have asked to form a committee of 2 boys. Means the committee should consist of only 2 boys, and we have represented the 2 boys as B1 and B2. So in the sample space we will write committee of 2 boys is equal to B1, B2. In part B, we have to form committee of 2 girls which we have represented by G1, G2. So in the sample space we will write committee of 2 girls is equal to G1, G2. Now in part C, we have asked to form a committee of 1 boy and 1 girl. Means the committee should consist 1 boy from these 2 boys and 1 girl from these 2 girls. So the possibilities of forming a committee are, first boy will form a committee with the first girl and the same first boy will form the committee with the second girl. Now the second boy will form the committee with the first girl and the second boy will form the committee with the second girl. So in the solution they will write, for a committee of 1 boy and 1 girl, the possibilities are B1 G1, B1 G2, B2 G1, B2 G2. Now the same thing we will represent it in the form of curly bracket for sample space, that is B1 G1, B1 G2, B2 G1 and B2 G2. Now here we end with practice at 5.2. If you have any doubts or queries regarding the lecture, please comment me in the comment section or on my email ID which is given in the description. Share this video as much as possible with your friends, and to get notification of my further lectures, please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching the video and study well.